We live, by the way. Zoda Sessions podcast, man. We in the building. Joey Purps, what's good, baby?
Sirski, coolin', man.
Yeah, man. But I understand it's not smoking your fucking joint down to the, cause sometimes like that shit gets mad hot. Yeah, it really don't taste the same. You kind of just blowing dirty gas, huh?
Me personally, smoking that.
I'm smoking it to the end too. But like I could understand like bypassing the last fucking 2 millimeters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get that.
Now, more often than not now too, I'm gonna let that bitch go out too. I don't gotta too tough smoke that bitch all the way through.
Yeah. Oh, I do that. I had an OG tell me.
I'm gonna just let that bitch casually go. I'm gonna relight it if I got to. You feel me?
I had an OG tell me. I said, "Damn, this joint keep going out," and he was like, "OG, real old head, man. Long live JB." He said, "Nigga, that's God telling you to take a break, nigga. You niggas be thirsty." I was like, "Damn." Like some real old head nigga shit. Like we was smoking a fucking Tops, nigga. A Zigzag. No, bro smoked the Zigzags, I think. It was top.
And you know, white papers, them bitches gonna go out.
Exactly. And I'm like, man, he like, that's cause God telling y'all niggas to take a little break, nigga.
You know you was with an old head. He smoking like, white
damn. Papers. Yeah, ever since then, I was always like, every time my blunt go out now, I'd be like, shit.
It's about that time.
You know, I never just like rush to light it if it goes out. Like a lot of times I be smoking with motherfuckers because I smoke my own blunts and shit by myself. But if I'm smoking with motherfuckers, I like hold that bitch and go out. I damn near forget I'm holding a joint. Like I ain't thinking about smoking like that no more. For sure. Be like that, man. That's crazy, man. Session podcast, Joey. We finally got you in the building, man. Thank you for finally coming out, bro.
So appreciate you having me.
Man, it's a good thing, man. He came all the way down. It's a great thing. Few things, man. We just want to get into it. First, I want to talk to you about the music, bro, because really, G, like, let's get that out the way, because even just doing more research on you, bro, like, you got, like, a catalog, dog, like, in this, like, for real, like, and when I say a catalog, I'm not saying just, like, a library of music. Like, you have, like, songs with substance.
Oh yeah, for sure that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what really matters, I guess, in this music. Well, I guess, you can make music for the fun of it, but in the game, like having songs of substance really matters, man. Like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I want to know just kind of from you, like as a rapper, like even from the time that you came up in, because you're from Chicago, no? Mm-hmm. From the time you came up in, like, was it difficult being the type of rapper you are, coming up in like a drill dominated like era, basically?
I don't think so, because it was like drill was huge, but so was like Chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and it was like a equal but opposite type of thing. Like drill was huge, but then again, like so was Chano. So being a rapper that said something at the time was like cool too. Like Kendrick was like, I mean, he's still huge, but you know what I mean? It's like Kendrick, like the new big dude. J. Cole still like one of the newer artists. When I dropped my first tape like 2016. Well, not my first tape, but like my first real tape 2016. So by that time, it was cool to rap a little bit. And then the fact that it was kind of like unexpected for a Chicago artist to sound like that, I think it worked in my benefit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good to go against the grain because it sets you apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how did you really develop your sound? Was this like, because it's different? You're like, especially just being from Chicago, like we hear a bunch of different Chicago rap, like even like Channel's different, we do got some different rappers, but it is rare. It's not like everybody around you is usually going with the drill shit, and it's kind of like, so how did you really develop your own sound? Because even a lot of your early shit just sounds so different.
Well, I ain't grow up on drill music, like we older than drill music.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like Keith younger than me. I think Dirk right around our age, like he 30, 31. I just turned 30, so like. Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up on that. I didn't get really influenced by it until later when it was like a prominent thing, and it was like it wasn't what I grew up in though. So that wasn't like my music for my generation. Yeah. That was our music for our city and our generation. But like the shit I grew up on as a kid was more like reflective of the shit I make. Like, you know what I mean?
Who's your favorite like artist? Even like growing up.
Artist, period, or rapper?
Just artist.
Music.
Any artist, rap. It could be any genre of music, but who's your favorite artist?
I gotta go Stevie Wonder for sure.
Really?
The greatest artist of all time in my eyes. Yeah, multi-instrumentalist, blind, sings, produces, writes, so many platinum albums, so many timeless songs. Like he like Beyonce for real. Like, and as a male, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you think about the accolades, everything, whatever you want to call it, Grammys, he up there. Like just an accomplished musician and a great musician. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Cause bro sings too, like,
and produces and plays instruments, like plays mad instruments and sings in Spanish, speaks Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
Yeah, what?
He sings in Spanish?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
On
here.
Songs in the Key of Life, I forget what song it is, but there's a song that's the regular song, and there's the whole another Spanish version, I believe.
It is that nigga singing.
Yeah.
Damn, Stevie Wonder like that.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder is like that.
Bro, I am so sorry, y'all. Like, I really didn't. I need to.
On the beginning of Don't You Worry About a Thing.
What?
He's speaking Spanish on the beginning. I forget what word he said. Like,
what's that shit nigga saying? I need to do some research on that. I need to do some homework on Stevie
Wonder.
Wonder.
Do it different with Stevie Wonder singing.
Do your homework, man.
Homework on Stevie Wonder singing in Spanish.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even know he was like that.
Nah, yeah, I think Stevie the GOAT musician of all time.
That nigga movie gonna be fire. I can't wait to see that nigga documentary.
Damn, who gonna play Stevie? They gotta get Jamie Foxx to do that, right?
He did Ray Charles, nigga. You can't double dip, nigga. How you gonna double dip on blind niggas, man? That ain't right.
That's crazy. Nah, you gotta chill.
No, man, you can't double dip the same part, nigga.
I'm saying he had the whole swag.
He did, but that was the he did. Yeah, he did. He definitely depict Ray Charles. Niggas think Ray Charles is Jamie Foxx.
Niggas think Ray Charles on Gold Digger.
On God.
Niggas think that's
niggas definitely think that's Ray Charles. And you know what's crazy?
Fox.
All my not all my life, but when I remember growing up seeing that it's safe. Nah. But I remember seeing that shit say like Kanye featuring Jamie Foxx, and that shit sound. But it was at around that time that movie came out, so we niggas could put two and two.
Yeah, for sure.
But damn, he just dropped a fucking gem on Stevie Wonder. So is that like something you like to do on some like study music type shit?
Well, Stevie just raw, like, you can't deny them songs. I ain't have to study too much for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, them songs, you know them songs growing up.
Yeah.
So I think about it like that, too. Like, what make a song great? Like, what make an artist great? When you know them songs, when the music ubiquitous, like, when you know them without knowing them. Yeah. You might have never sat down and listened to a Stevie Wonder album, but you know 5, 10 of his songs front to back, probably. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's, like, them things that make somebody timeless.
You know, that nigga, I mean, obviously niggas give him his clout, but like even niggas like Michael Jackson, like when I learned like he could do a lot of different shit, just with music in general, like and singing was like obviously his main shit, but like I even heard folks beatbox, G, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
he was co-producing this shit, Mike. Yeah. But you know, Mike had him motherfuckers was dropping dead when they seen him in person. Like he had a different type of swag going on.
Bro, they gonna write about that nigga like Jesus Christ.
Nah, yeah. You know what's crazy? They might not. You know? Like, he might just, like, the way we don't get no fuck about nothing in this generation, like, look at how they do him now. We don't talk about Mike with reverence and respect.
We don't.
Niggas make jokes about Mike all day.
All day.
But Mike is the greatest entertainer of all time, but look how niggas do him. Look how nniggas did him in his death. Soon as he was gone, niggas did him bogus, like in the media.
Damn, Kanye starting to sound like a genius right now when you say that. Because that nigga, he did, but he said shit like that though.
Crazy sometimes too, but yeah, for real. Look how niggas did Mike. They might forget about Mike. In 100 years, we might not even look.
Damn, bro.
You know what I mean? Just based off how bogus we doing niggas that's dead now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look how we do niggas that die. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom, whether it's smoking on so-and-so or whether it's fuck Michael Jackson, let's make jokes about him and shit. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Damn, that bring me back to the point we was talking it up earlier. You said you made the comment the internet is like World Star.
Whole internet for turn to World Star. If you think about it, like look, the whole internet, the way it's like set up, the content you see, that shit getting that World Star hip hop.
It's getting outrageous. Like everyone, and that's because World Star was full of viral videos, and everyone is searching for a viral moment.
That's everybody's business model now, to just try to go viral. You know what I mean?
That's the business model, going viral.
The crazy thing about going viral is that anything could go viral. Like a car crash could go viral, a shooting could go viral, but then somebody making some spaghetti will go viral.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
A baby fucking duck can go viral.
Bro, a baby duck could go viral.
A baby fucking duck will go viral.
It's like life. Like anything in life could be like a memorable moment and shit like that. So that's the cool thing about the internet too, that like it put a magnifying glass on life.
So that's the thing. That's probably why this generation is so short-lived on motherfuckers, because every day there's something new, something more viral, something innovative.
Every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes.
Scrolling on your phone every 30 minutes is something new you can send to somebody, show your homies, drop in the group chat. It's a new topic of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, it was the same. We'll talk about one thing for probably like a week, 3
Yeah.
days. You know what I mean? If somebody got in a
Like,
fight,
remember
it
that
was something
Sharkeisha
happened.
shit?
Bro, that was the
Bro,
thing
that
for
shit
a
was
minute.
hot for like 2 weeks.
You remember planking? Fuck?
Planking, bruh. Yeah. Those was World Star days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when shit did have some substance. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But the whole internet is World Star now. Twitter's World Star, Instagram World Star.
Damn, that makes a lot of sense. So now we're just living in a fucking quick consumption time period. Like, there's no substance.
And RIP World Star Q too, because he was a visionary for like.
Damn, that's the guy who started it all?
Yeah, Q, World Star Q. He was a visionary. He started WorldStarHipHop.com. A black man started World Star.
Oh, black man?
Mm-hmm.
And he passed? How did he pass?
I don't know how he passed. I just know he passed, I believe. But he was lit, though. He was like, you know, he looked like a rapper out here.
Damn. And now everybody using his model, fucking Twitter.
Bro, and now everything looked like the thing he created. That's crazy. Long live World Star Q.
Damn.
Actually, I don't know nothing about him personally, but I know he made World Star. You
That's
know,
fire,
that was
though.
a feat in itself.
Yeah, that's insane.
Bro.
That's literally, if World Star, like, I don't know, politically it won't get its fucking credit, but like, World Star at one point was better than YouTube.
Oh, for sure.
And if you had your video make it on a page on World Star,
for sure,
you was lit. Like,
I remember having a serious conversation with my friends, like when I had $7,000 and maybe $8,000 at the most, probably 10. And I'm like, do I spend $5,000 to put my video on the top of World Star for 2 days? Like,
that would have been a good investment though,
I felt like it would, but at the same time, when you only have $8,000,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This before like I really believed in rap all the way too.
Mm-hmm.
So this before I'm like all the way rapping for real. But yeah, World Star was it. You got your video on World Star, like that was it.
Yeah. And then niggas like Soulja Boy and shit built YouTube because like I feel like they wasn't trying to pay that money.
I seen Soulja Boy say he was the first artist with a YouTube page.
I think probably so.
That's crazy.
That sounds. I mean, like that sounds about right.
His model, his business model, is the complete infrastructure of any artist in development right now.
Yeah.
Like create content to put online, make a song, create content around the song, preferably with a dance and something other people could do too.
Bro, TikTok is Soulja.
He'll make a song called Pass It to A-Rap. No, first he'll say Pass It to A-Rap. Then he'll make a song called Pass It to A-Rap. Then he'll make a dance called the Pass It to A-Rap. Then he'll drop the song. Then he'll drop the video. Then he'll drop the instructional video. Then he'll drop the video of him just doing it.
Bro had like 5 songs that he off lyrics.
Way more
easily.
than 5.
Like I can think of like 5, like
Shootout,
Shootout, like Super Soak that hoe. Like bro had like 80 songs off of lyrics from
Soulja
probably
Boy
one
song.
Go. Gee, he's crazy.
Man, so big Soulja.
Big Soulja. Niggas better start giving Soulja his respect that he was asking for.
I think I appreciate that he came and set the record straight for himself though.
Yeah.
Soulja definitely is one of them.
And he came with facts.
Came with receipts,
because
bro.
he kind of did blow niggas' mind because we really didn't realize Drake used Soulja Boy line. Like, why the fuck? We knew it, but like subliminally, we didn't know.
Line first too, though, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it's somebody else's line, and Soulja Boy used it in a different way.
Type shit.
And then Drake used it directly from Soulja.
Type shit. Yeah.
I think Soulja did get it from somebody else. I don't know who it was.
Okay. But even still,
even still,
it's like we didn't want to credit Soulja off that because he a dance rapper, nigga.
It's
and
like when 2 Chainz was rapping in the Migos flow, and he was like, it was after Drake did it for the whole tape, and he was like, "This flow come from Drizzy. He got it from Migos. They got it from 3 6." And I had never really put that lineage together. Where I'm like, damn, rapping in triplets is what 3 6 was doing.
Damn,
like Project Pat was rapping like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So. But
and it was just done in different.
South nigga that's a little older that has seen a lot of this shit happen to put that in a bar and give us that perspective and be like,
all right, dog. My boy. My dog got this bitch, man. Hey, Simeon, do me a favor, close that down for me. Just pull it out.
But yeah.
Damn, man. That's crazy, bro. Like, that's the thing about music, though, bro. It's like, it's so much history in this shit,
bro.
and it's so much like that. Like you can just learn about that. It continues to evolve, bro, from so many different facets of this fucking shit. Like
Sure.
to even now that like even saying that, bro, like to really realize like Migos and 3-6 Mafia damn near got the same fucking flow.
Bro.
That shit is nuts.
But it's like that, like they say, you know, it said in the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it makes sense that things are just like a recreation,
a recyclement.
People, I was watching this lecture one time from this dude named James Small. He's like a professor and a theologian or whatever, theologist. He's like a studier of religion, but he's also like he's hella shit. People can look him up or whatever.
Smart
he
nigga.
Was talking about as hell, but he was talking about humans and history and specifically ancestry. Like you know how a lot of African and indigenous religions they rock with their ancestors. You know what I'm saying?
Look for guidance and shit.
Bro. But he was saying the scientific explanation for that is that like you as a person or me as a person, I'm not like a new nigga.
Right.
I'm just my pops and my mom put together. So you not like a new thing.
Right.
You just
you
two
got
things
shit
that
from both.
existed that just put their shit together and made you. So it's like that go all the way back to whoever the first people was.
Right.
And it's literally a blood lineage connection to God. Like
Mm.
it go all the way back in time to whenever humans first started.
Because we had to start
We
somewhere.
had to start somewhere, and that's creation.
So
there's
that's
literally a blood relationship between the Creator, or the Most High, the first people, wherever we come from, and us through our DNA, and that's why. That's the scientific explanation for why niggas tap in with their ancestors and shit like that. Or that's like a theory for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we in theory, or probably in theory, like worship. Like we know that like we have religions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody down the line knew something came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. Like we can only assume that shit.
Yeah. And
That's
whoever
like
create
music is like that. Like music always gonna reflect itself.
Yeah.
Creation always gonna reflect itself. You know what I'm saying? Because we really just coming from the same, we tapping from the same pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't look in your head and find the lyrics to this. I can't look in my head and find the lyrics to my songs. Like
Right.
that shit didn't come from in here. That shit
You
just
had to-
came
yeah.
through in here. You know what I mean?
You had to have already consumed some of whatever you're trying to put out.
Bro, I'm just reflecting it.
Type shit.
You know what I mean? In my way.
Yeah. And that's what I was just saying, like with I don't know which science guy, but he says energy can never be created nor destroyed, only transferred.
Bro, yeah, that's like the law of matter, right? Like
Type
it can't
shit,
be
yeah.
destroyed, or the law of energy or whatever.
Type energy, whatever the fuck. You know what
it can only be manipulated or increased. It can't be destroyed or whatever.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. You just kind of threw my head off thinking about like
He's getting that
bloodline shit. Like,
Yeah,
damn, bro. Like we all touched God, nigga. That shit is crazy.
We are divine. We are of divine creation. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're not just here for no reason. Like, hella shit had to happen for all of us to be here that didn't happen for somebody else that's not here yet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Damn. That brings me to my next point, because you niggas know, like, I be like weird skeptic nigga and shit sometimes. But like, do you feel the industry does have industry plans?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's why they made a term for it. It's people that's like signed. But that's just strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sign your deal, that's a marketing point right there.
Yeah.
So maybe you announce that at a strategic time. Maybe you don't announce that you signed your deal before you drop your project. Maybe you sign your deal and drop your project and then announce you sign afterwards to make the project look even better.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So that's like what they call people industry plants when they
Nah, but what I mean is like,
announce they deal late. When they act like they don't got a deal, but
Yeah.
they do. But that's just marketing. You
but
know what I mean?
but when I say, I know that I do understand, because like,
'Cause that's all it be for a lot of them niggas that they said was industry plants. So they
Yeah.
like, that nigga, it was not really independent. He got a deal.
yeah,
But they was just marketing independence while it made sense, and
Right.
then marketed a deal when it made sense for their growth. You know
that
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, because niggas is trying to say like Sexy Red is an industry plant, and it's like, nah, she had a body of work. G.
Sexy Red just a raw rapper.
She raw, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
she
she actually
just a
had a
raw
body of work. Like I remember she had like a song with Duck.
She the least
Like-
industry plant of all the people you
Yeah,
could
bro.
have said was
I've been
an
seeing
industry
I've been
plant.
seeing that shit on the internet. They like, bro, what? How is she an
Then
industry
what's
plant?
the definition of industry plant?
Nah, but what I mean by industry plant is, do you think there's people specifically groomed and or like like damn near handpicked actors to be rappers, musicians, blah blah blah.
It happened in pop more than rap for sure.
Type shit.
And
like
pop,
I be in
pop it happened a lot.
Because I just imagine that.
For sure.
I imagine there's literally niggas
schools for that shit.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm
not
saying.
in rap. I don't think it's like that in rap as much.
I
don't think it's like that in rap.
I don't know.
Acting and in pop music, I think it's people that grew up knowing they was like trying to be a star. And they didn't know if they was going to be an actor, a singer, whatever it was. They was going to be a star. They was going to go to Hollywood and try to get famous. And they went to schools to do that shit. And they did singing classes, acting classes. Like, it's people that go to star school, what they call it, like star school, star camp. And a lot of these people that's, like, super big, they did shit like that. Like, it's not a mistake that, like
Tupac.
Like Tupac. Bro, but I think Tupac, that's the black example. It happened on its own.
Yeah.
Like he just
but
did
low key Tupac, I damn near think that was him on some poetry nigga shit.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean. It happened on its own. Like
yeah.
Also, that's like a Black Panther mind state too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was some Black Panther parents putting that little black child in art school and in theater school.
They was trying to better their kid for sure. Trying to build a stronger black man. 100%.
And a communicative black man. That could
articulate himself.
Articulate itself, but evoke emotion from other people.
Yeah.
That's what you learn to do when you act.
Yo, Pac was powerful.
Act away and portray a certain thing that make other people feel like you being serious. Not to say he was acting, but I'm saying he learned how to be emotional, and that's valuable as an entertainer for sure.
But I think acting does help when you're an entertainer because the end goal is to entertain. Because there's some rappers who can't perform. Well, they can, but it sucks. And then there's rappers who can. Like Lil Baby is hard as fuck. But if you ever watch him perform, like I saw him do a dance move, bro, and it was just so forced. And it was just like, all right, he tried. He stepped out of his comfort zone. He tried it and shit.
That's
like,
what I mean, though. That's like the difference between white success and black success right there. That's a microcosm of a macro. Like a black super successful nigga has no preparation for his circumstances. Nothing in his life prepare him to be in front of 60,000 people doing dance moves.
100%.
He just there.
And they were in school.
He made that shit happen.
Yeah.
Literally off spoken word. He spoke his life into that position. But the Disney kid, they gonna have been through 1,000,001 dance classes by the time they get to the stage. Boy, you think they was missing dance moves? Christina Aguilera and Justin Timberlake. You see how that nigga be dancing? He been in dance class since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
So he was prepared, groomed, like you said, to be a star. But them the people that I feel like is, quote, industry plants.
Yeah.
They make you feel like they going through this life story arc. They all got the same life story for some reason. They start off innocent kids, artists, then they get some tattoos and they go through a sexual phase where all their music's sexual, but they still 19. Like every single singer.
Beyonce is damn near an industry plant. Then like
she like a black version of
like because she had that.
Probably went to star school.
Like, well, she had them putting them in on the stages and all that, or maybe she was just like really good and talented as a kid, and they put them in shit.
Child group, right?
Yeah.
They was kids when they started.
Type shit.
So they probably taught them how to be stars. They probably had to learn how to be. Beyonce is groomed. She's well manicured. She didn't.
But you said more in pop than anything.
Yeah, but she's a pop artist.
Type shit.
She's a huge pop
You did say that for sure.
So I think it's like that. Once you get that big, you need preparation. You in front of millions of people every day. You need some training. Like you can't just throw motherfuckers on TV. That's how you get them. That's how you get them viral moments, though.
Yeah.
But I think in black success, we make it ourselves so much, especially in rap.
Yeah.
A lot of the biggest rappers, I don't think them niggas industry plants. If they industry plants in that way where they might have a deal and not tell niggas they got a deal and act independent.
Yeah.
Really, they got a deal.
Right. And that's why they blowing up and shit. Yeah. And that's just for the front of being.
Or it's another one, or you got a fire manager or something like that.
Yeah.
That's another one.
You like tapped in for real.
That's another move that I've seen people play where it's like you are independent, you don't have a label, true, but like the nigga managing you is like best friends with hella niggas.
Yeah. And he getting a cut.
You know
what
I'm saying? And he getting you into shit and you at the Super Bowl on the field and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, fire, right,
niggas
right.
be in all type of crazy places, but it be because they got somebody in the industry that's locked in with them from the jump. And that's how they tee up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then some niggas really get it out the mud.
You made a great point because, and that kind of hit me really hard because that low key says a lot about black people. Because the way you said that black success, there's no preparation, and it's crazy to even think that even still in this time period with Like they say we have so much access to stuff and things like that. Like stuff exists that we can end up getting to, but like for all, but it's so disproportionate. And then for at least all about the history we are like taught of, this shit has been happening for a long fucking time. Sure. Like we've read about all the fucking blacks who have made it up through slavery and were able to sit in delegations. Like at the fucking Declaration of Independence, there were some blacks. And it's like, how the fuck?
They say Abraham Lincoln was black, low key, right?
Low key, bro, because his hell was all.
Somebody, right? They say hella people was like part black. Andrew Jackson, I heard, was like
his hell was wild too.
Bro.
Yeah, it's the hell, bro. You gotta, it's the hell. You know, that's how you can tell. That's how. That's how niggas could.
Had a fro.
Oh
they
God,
tried to make him white. They tried to
look at the dub.
My boy got a fro.
Look at the dub. Bro, hell, wild as hell on that motherfucker. No cap. Like, bro, what? His head's not straight. Look at that. Look at bro hair. Look at this shit. They cleaned it up, bro. You know how they do that, and it's still wild because they know his shit was really frizzy as hell.
I do think that though. I think that they definitely try to stifle black success too. Like, but you see it come out in so many different ways. Like, not to be like a LLC ass nigga, but as soon as you do get some money, if you make it by yourself, you weren't prepared to pay taxes for sure.
Yeah,
you weren't prepared for that shit.
Yeah.
I know you weren't.
And then niggas get jammed up, and it's like so many roadblocks niggas hit, bro.
But when you come from a family that's used to that shit,
yeah,
you have a tax professional and accountant that your parents put you into.
Already got you into.
Your account is actually made by your parents' accountant when you were a kid, and they are already building your credit line and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that it manifests itself in so many different ways. Just the way you could be prepared for life, even being somewhere. Like Chicago is not as much of a thing, but it is a thing. But take somewhere like LA where everything 30 minutes away, right?
Right.
Say you from the trenches. Say your family ain't got no bread. Say you ain't got no car. Where you gonna kick it every day? Right in the proximity of wherever the bad shit is happening and where your crib is.
Yeah.
But that kid with the car that could go to work or go do something.
Yeah.
All it was your parents had a little bit of bread to get you a startup car, and that's the difference maker in what you do every day for the rest of your teenage years.
Damn, I just really feel like because like this makes me realize that the ticket to black people getting out of this cycle of not having this preparation is literally going to be on our own. And it's going to take a lot longer than we probably think. And I mean, maybe another 400 years. Because what it's going to take is a lot of the shit that we hear Jay-Z and all these top rappers talking about is that generational wealth and creating generational wealth. Like, it needs to be a thing for like our generation's fathers to be like, we got to get properties and blah 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 blah. So when our kids are adults, we can give them this property, you know, start them up successfully, you know, or get them a new car, have our credit and shit so in line, we get them a new car, we can pay for their college and actually give them a great experience, and you know, just set them up for things that like they don't have to struggle, you know, like you say, around the house, trying to find good jobs,
so you can have options.
Just so you can have the options to do more. And
options. When you don't got no options, you settle.
And
you make last resort decisions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we just get forced into last resort circumstances.
And yeah, even though like we said, there's so many roadblocks, we just have to be that like. I mean, it's been said for a long time that we got to be that much more on top of it, but that's real. It's like even if you get into a roadblock, do what you got to do. It's like it's like literally as a black. Even as just a black man, you're working for the next man after you.
Bro.
So
it's going to take, like you said, it's going to take just as long as it's been doing. Like, they have institutionalized our oppression. So, like, the dismantling of that or the building of our own institutions to make us, to undo our oppression is going to take just as long. Like,
yeah.
And that's just, they did that shit with little to no resistance. Like, we did not know that shit was happening.
Yeah.
But they know that we trying to get out that shit, so it's gonna be even harder.
Yeah,
I feel like.
They're gonna keep slapping shit on. They're gonna keep doing this. They're gonna keep doing that.
But it's a necessary fight to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a necessary fight for us to fight.
It almost feels like I'd so hate for this shit to happen, but it almost feels like if they continue to keep trying to stop because we keep achieving, it almost feels like it's gonna end in like war.
I don't think so, bro. Cause them niggas not gonna be there no more. Like in 1,000 years, the whole world gonna be brown.
They're gonna be flipped. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that type
like,
of thing
shit
too.
Inevitable, folks.
Inevitable, yeah.
Like they would have had to, if they wanted to do, if they wanted that shit to go their way, they would have had to never let niggas hoop, never let niggas play sports, never let niggas act. We too appealing.
Yeah,
you put us on the screen already. You thought it was slick making us dance for your kids. You thought we was the entertainment. Now your kids love our music.
Yeah,
they used to make us tap dance in front of their whole family, but then their kids loved our dances.
Yeah.
So now it's like, now what you gonna do? Your kids grow up, they don't got the same feeling.
Yeah.
You might could teach some of them, but some of their ass want
They
to
know
shoot that
different.
three like Steph. Some of their ass want to hoop like LeBron. Some of their ass want to be like us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of them want to throw them Amiris on and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
but then it's levels to this shit too, because it's like there's also families of like the families that got like
even them, folks, you see what's going on out here, like that shit inevitable. G.
Yeah,
it's mathematically impossible for them niggas to be the majority forever. Folks.
Yeah,
it's mathematically impossible. There have to be inbred for them to really always be the majority.
Yeah,
and they only the majority because they came to a new place and killed everybody that was here.
Type shit.
Like the shit just going back slowly to what it's supposed to be like.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything has a reaction, equal opposite reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just like you said, a matter of time.
Bro, it's so wild to think that like, because that just proves like, I'm not a fucking scientist, but that kind of shows how the earth really moves in cycles. Because
everything moves in cycles.
Like, damn, because like there's been science that says the first people were from Africa, so they probably were brown and had more melanin, and then they spread out, and then it's like now they're the majority, like, but then it'll flip back.
Like how long did it take niggas to walk to Ukraine from Africa?
Yeah.
Walk to China from Africa.
Yeah.
I can't merge that shit.
That shit probably took a very long time.
I can't merge that shit happen. It's niggas in places that water separates, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Merch how a nigga walked to Australia.
Yeah.
The first people in Australia black with silky hair. They looking Indian. They looking like they having kits in they shit.
Yeah.
Black as hell. Some of their eyes got blue eyes.
Yeah.
Merch how they got the.
Yeah. Niggas be acting like,
Australia is a big ass island. For that shit
island.
So far away. It's tomorrow over there right now.
Yeah.
Bro, I flew to Australia. That shit took 2 days to get there. Bro, I had to stop, get on a new plane, fly for a whole nother day. Australia far as hell. And it's niggas over there. It was niggas over there before anybody got there.
Like niggas.
Bro, so I can't merch that niggas walked anywhere.
On God,
like, you can't walk to Australia.
Yeah. Well, that's why they get the theory of like Pangea.
Pangea for sure, but what they like, I just don't know, G.
I
just don't know. We just don't know, G. Like,
you gotta be up there far enough to only really see.
Like where they was just on the wrong side when it cracked. It cracked all at once and slid away.
Shit.
Because
continental drift is wild,
and
bro. It's like
take a long.
They talk about
apparently take a long time. So at what point did that bitch crack? And at what point did all them niggas decide we gonna stay on this one?
Well, that's why they say that shit takes millions of years and different eras, and apparently, they got an explanation for all that shit. But it's low key actually insane to even think that shit.
Not having an explanation for all that shit. That's the crazy thing. Like when you dig into that shit, it's a lot of mystery in that history. Like they not having an explanation for
even the word history is wild.
For man, it's a lot of shit. For it's a lot of crazy things.
The word history within itself is fraudulent because it says his story, and that is just
you know what's going on. Right,
it literally tells you, and we be just like, that's the word. It's literally his story.
And who is him?
Whoever divided and conquered,
bro, that's crazy. Cause like as a kid, I always raised them questions. Like I remember being in school and them telling us that like that somebody went somewhere and burnt all the books, destroyed the culture. And so my first thought was like, so who the fuck told y'all this? Y'all must have heard this from them.
Them niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who put this in this book?
Yeah.
This not the perspective of the niggas who got their shit burnt and everybody killed and everything. Mm-hmm. This the perspective of the nigga who did the burning.
Bro.
So that was always weird to me too, where it's like, you gonna tell me that somebody burnt somebody else's whole culture and killed everybody there and made everybody switch religions and change languages. And you gonna tell me in this shit in the language that they made them change.
And that's it.
and expect me not to have any like.
Damn, we really be getting taught the dumbest shit in school, bro.
Nah, man, I had a crazy epiphany moment when I was in Columbia one time. Like, I was walking down the street, and everybody was brown and black. Like, everybody looked like me. Like, everybody looked like us. And I'm just thinking, like, damn. And everybody speaking Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Y'all black and y'all speaking Spanish. Y'all don't even know y'all language and shit. Y'all don't even know y'all culture for real. Like, y'all over here on some that type of time. Even though this y'all culture now.
Yeah.
And you've made your own culture through the hundreds of years. But, like, the people that you actually were, that culture is, like, not really prominent, I'm assuming. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, damn. I'm thinking this shit in English, nigga.
Yeah.
This shit not my
This
culture
shit not
either.
even mine neither. It's just what we
I'm
know.
sitting here thinking like, damn, y'all don't even know y'all black folks. Then I'm like, I don't even know what type of black I am,
But
to
like,
be honest.
but
Like,
that's
I'm
why
thinking these thoughts in English. This is not my native language.
But that's why being a black American is such an intricate thing because
it's crazy.
We don't really have no set culture. So all the culture we got,
But we got a very recent culture.
a very recent culture,
Right.
A very, 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 very recent culture because slavery ended in the 1800s. It's been 100 and maybe 75 years now, type shit, something like that. So it's kind of like, bro, and that's maybe what 6, 7, maybe 8 generations for real. If you're thinking about it, that's a lot. That's what I'm saying. So
4
it's like
generations, gang.
That's what I'm saying. I tried to give it a benefit.
Was slaves.
Yeah,
Bro,
my grandparents were
born in
sharecroppers.
slavery.
So
my grandparents, my
grandparents were slaves. Bro.
Dad's dad, bro.
Yeah.
That man was born as a child in the South as a slave.
Yeah. So yeah, nigga,
slavery.
that's very, very recent. And like, even when I see like the African people, the African community here in America, it's like they got such strong culture, bro. They hold their culture. They all got strong culture, and then it's like we kind of get bashed for cultures that we lost. And then we created our own shit.
Yeah.
And like you said, now everybody wants to be the LeBrons, the rappers, the Lil Babies, we want to be these type of people. But it's like we didn't even have any culture to bring this from.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And if we did, we was told that doing what we were doing, or our ancestors, great grandparents, whatever, were told whatever we were doing was bad, not to do it. Do it this way. And the only way you needed to survive was to actually do it that way. So it's like we lost a lot. And so to be a black American is actually really hard.
You know what's crazy though, bro? We lost a lot because it's like it's lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you go to a Baptist church in Chicago or the South or anywhere in America, a black Baptist church, and then you go to like a African traditional religious gathering, it's the same thing. It's music, it's dancing, it's singing, it's praise. It's in a different language. It might be a little bit of a different tempo, but it's still gonna have them fast drums. It's still gonna have that same vibe. It just might be a keyboard on this side, and on that side it might be some different accents to the drums, but it's based in drums anyway. But it's like we do the same shit that we've been doing. We just don't know why we do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like we got some of
we're
the
literally
culture,
like
just
we
don't
be in the
know
blind.
where it come from.
Yeah,
bro,
that's a
we
problem.
don't even know where it come from, and it's a problem, G. It's a problem. I was watching this dude who's like a Egyptologist or whatever, like he studied ancient Egypt, and he was talking about how there's like shit that's in the pyramids that's like old as fuck, right? It's the same age as the pyramids. It'll be like pottery and shit like that. And it's made with such a precision that like predates the time, just like the pyramids. And then there'll be other pottery that he said is like thousands of years younger, that is way weaker. Like they're trying to imitate that shit and they don't know how to do it.
How to really do it.
Because they don't have whatever they had when they made the pyramids, because you know them bitches been there for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So it's like
motherfuckers have found them and used them again and tried to do what they did.
So it's some niggas that found all the pots and shit and they using something different, trying to make the same pot, looking at that shit, making it with their hands, like
reverse engineering and shit.
Why can't I make this shit as accurate as them? You ain't got the same tools. That's what we doing.
That's what we're doing with the fucking pyramids.
Culture. Bro, that's what we doing with our whole culture.
Damn.
Looking at all the shit we doing, and it's like, why is this how our church is coming as opposed to how a white church is coming?
Do you think
because this how our church always been coming? You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that people, someone out, like maybe a group of people do know why we do it?
I don't know. That'd be crazy if somebody just really was having that. Like,
Like someone knows the knowledge of why we do
or even just having the knowledge of where all this shit really
came
from, like where the pyramids come from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
is there somebody out here that's knowing
that just knows it?
That nigga got just a big ass book.
That nigga is probably stressed. Well, because all right, so
like I'm saying, like, where you even keep them, like, you know,
yeah,
is it a list?
There was
secrets?
Look, G. So it's funny, but this some shit this the type of weird shit I be thinking about, bro, when I'm high.
I'm saying though, imagine how long that list had to be. Like, what else do you know, nigga? Do you know where like everybody left sock go when you put it in the dryer and shit?
Like,
you know
nah, but it's just like, damn, if it was one nigga that knew, like, cause there's a book I read when I was a kid called The Giver.
Yeah, nah, I know.
And there's one guy who like people knew basic, you know, knowledge and things like that. But then there's one person who knew the entire history of the world.
Right.
And there was like, you know, they had to do the changeover where he had to give the entire knowledge of the world to someone else before he dies. And then they had to carry that. And that always resonated with me because, like, we're going through this whole conversation of, like, we don't know what the fuck we even do it for. We just kind of do it. We kind of got, like, a sense that, like, you know, we kind of know that, like, spirituality comes out through music, and like you see niggas catch the Holy Ghost. That shit be real, bro. Niggas be really catching the Holy Ghost.
Sometimes it be real.
Sometimes it be real. Sometimes it be cap. But I've seen some real Holy Ghosts. It's like I seen ladies sweating out.
For sure.
Niggas got a fan. You know, that's be sometimes be the real shit. But we kind of know, like, in a sense, vibrations, music, praise, you know, manifestation. We kind of got a sense and shit like that. But I wonder if I've always wondered if there's just someone who knows what the fuck all this shit came from,
right? How
it fucking evolved, and like why we don't. Because I don't know, bro. That shit would be just
it'd be too much. Because like you said, like I think back in the day, like history was passed down orally. Like they told history, like griots and shit. Like you said, like people would have the spoken history of their people, and it'd be like designated people that knew the stories and knew the history and shit. And I just feel like history too long, and at this point, like. It's been too many wars, too many different changes in hands of power and shit like that over the years. Maybe starting at a certain point, we know it's people that know what's going on since they put some structure on this bitch, like since the 1800s or something like that.
You think probably nobody can ever really know? How can you though if it's so old?
What I'm saying, bro. Like, how would you know what happened 10,000 years ago, bro?
Yeah, because the earliest writings we got it's not a long time, bro. It's a long time, but it's not like on the Earth's history. It's not.
It's such a disadvantage to be like it. I mean, it has its advantages. Don't get me wrong. To speak English, like it's the most dominant language in the world as far as where people speak it. But as far as history is concerned, it's like one of the younger languages.
Right.
So like the original Bible not in English, the original Torah not in English, the original Quran not in English. Like none of the holy books are in English. If you just speak English, you can't get that raw work from nowhere. You're only working with the cut. Your only option is cut work.
Damn.
You can't get that straight drop from nowhere unless you learn another language in the first place. So when you talking about history in English, we already like
we behind.
It's nothing we can
do
just
behind
unless you really.
Yeah,
I heard.
Like, I heard someone say that shit before.
So much. Shout out my boy Julian Reed. This man learned. He learned Hebrew, how to read it, to read the original Bible.
That's what I was gonna say. I heard someone say you can't
Bible
understand
Aramaic,
it.
But Aramaic, I think the second most recent Bible, or the second oldest Bible, or something like that, is in Hebrew.
Aramaic was what they said Jesus spoke was Aramaic.
But yeah, it's like people that lock in like that, I have a respect for, because you really seek that knowledge. Like I seek the knowledge too, and I would love to, but I'm just not that dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's hard.
That's real dedication to not only the word but to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only like the actual words, but to God. Like dedication to God is so thorough that you could learn a new language to really understand the word of God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She speaks like 3 languages.
Bro, go crazy.
That's crazy. And one of the most originals in Hindi. Like that's a really old language. Sanskrit? Jesus Christ.
Wait, where are you from? Okay. It's hella languages in India, no? So I learned that about India and Pakistan, because I met a dude from Pakistan who spoke 8 languages, right?
Damn.
And he was like, but way he explained it to me, it fucked my head up. Check me out. He was like, I speak English, I speak French, I speak Spanish, right? But in my country, he was like, in my country where I'm from, we have 2 languages. So I speak both of those. But in my city, we have dialects, and I speak 4 of our dialects. And I was like, damn, y'all got whole different languages? He was like, it's the same as y'all. I'm like, what you mean? He was like if you from out south, you might speak different from if you out west.
Type shit.
We've been there forever, so we call it our language. Like, we only been here for so long, so you think I talk like this because I'm from out west versus out south versus wherever you're from. But they have enough respect for it to call it a language. So he say I speak 8 languages. Now
So
I speak 4 with the 2 where I'm from, and I know a little bit of slang from the west side. No, I speak 8 languages, gang. This is
different language.
Yeah, like we know where we from.
Yeah.
And that fucked my head up because I'm like, damn, this not our language, so we don't even identify with it.
We don't
even
even
let them tell us we speak it wrong.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? And we try to correct ourselves. And it's like, damn, we have our own language.
Damn, we missing a lot of fucking knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a language in our language. We just have made it. Like patois. Patois is English. But that shit not English though.
But look, this would be crazy because look, we just did all this talking about how like it's nothing new under the sun. Like brown people and shit like that would probably be the majority mathematically and stuff. What if like the way we speak English, right? And then how slang starts developing. What if that's a way of like over time it's kind of going back to whatever the original language type shit was. Like because think about slang, G. Like we say "ka." Like why the fuck do we take the R off of car? Like we just shortening fucking words at this point for no reason. So what if we end up getting to the point where we sound like on the fucking Bible, old Bibles like die, thee, and yah, and like we just shortening words. Like
everything short as hell. Everything compound together means something.
It kind of just feels like everything we do, like speaking, kind of even just like the way we live, everything is like it's not natural, so it's gonna revert back to being natural. You get me?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I feel like that's how everything is going. Like the natural order of shit is gonna restore eventually, bro. It has to. Like even with how the earth is going.
Yeah.
Like we've been fucking up the earth and playing with the earth so long.
Yeah.
Eventually that shit gonna restore. It's gonna go to wherever it has to balance. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's got to balance. It's always gonna balance itself to survive. Cause it's just like the earth is like a human body. Like it's gonna regurgitate anything toxic. It's gonna do whatever it need to do to survive. And niggas is not even thinking that who the fuck is the earth's doctor?
Yeah.
So
that's valid.
Who's treating the fucking earth? Where does the earth get its power? If you niggas want to play with whatever the earth is getting its power from, when it gets sick, that's a fucked up, and that's probably how fucking God and shit is real. Like who the fuck is we say it all the time. The earth is a living thing, and then don't think about how
living things
maintain. Plants show sickness. They show
it's crazy too, because it's like, I mean, that's just the miracle of life in itself. I guess that's the miracle of life. Like, what are the chances, bro, that the conditions will be correct for our existence on this rock? This bitch just spinning, like, you know
what are the chances? Yeah, that's right.
The chances that is divine creation. They saying there's 8 other planets. Some of them bitches bigger than ours in our solar system, and we can't live on nothing, and nothing lives on none of them. Theoretically, that's what they saying.
Yeah, that's cap.
You think that's cap too?
Yeah, I mean, cause that's just.
You think it's other shit living on the other planets?
I just feel like it's ignorant to be like, yeah, we the only ones with the most perfect.
Riding bicycles and shit. How you?
I mean, they might live a different way. I don't know if they even human. Like I don't know. I'm not even trying to say niggas is just aliens. That's the words we use. It could be that. It could be just animals. It could be a different version.
Like dinosaurs was like just animals on the planet.
You know what?
That's another thing, bro. They said dinosaurs was here. So you telling me that the aliens y'all described to us on other planets?
That's what.
Telling me the aliens y'all described to us on other planets existed here before us. I
Bro,
mean, dinosaurs look mighty like aliens to me, don't they?
I feel exactly. That like, movie,
them bitches
Avatar,
monsters, folks. They monsters. G, dinosaurs are monsters, folks. They telling me that the world was full of giant monsters.
Yeah,
and then they just die, and then just
that's why it's his story. You know what I'm saying? Some shit don't even just add up. It's like a nigga that's the thing about history. It's like, why do we not act like niggas lie? Like niggas don't lie. Like we know niggas lie. Like y'all, everybody around in the world knows that niggas lie. So if even when history gets all confusing and niggas be, oh, you just supposed to believe it. It's like, bruh, niggas be lying sometimes.
If niggas can't go out to the club, talk to some girls, get in a fight, and come back and recount the story exactly how it happened, you know, niggas gonna put some sauce on it. They gonna be like, I got all those. I knocked 6 niggas out all the time. Nigga done slammed them on this shit. Nobody gave him the number. Maybe somebody gave him the Instagram. He come back Superman.
But it's gotta sound good.
But the same thing happened. You think they writing a story of the world down, of the history of a war or some shit, and they gonna tell them that they smoked 85 of your mans, but y'all backdoored them, and that's how you really got it? They gonna be like, hell no. They sent their strongest niggas. We wrapped them up. You know what I'm saying? They gave up.
They said their best men.
They said they want to speak English now.
Yeah.
And then that's how it went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that shit.
They was wrapping people up all through history, and they're just telling it however they wanted to tell it for. That's why you'll never know, bro. We'll never know.
We'll never really know.
Because like you said, it's lies on top of lies. It's like a game of telephone at this point, G.
Literally a game of telephone.
It's like somebody lied to somebody else, and then that nigga lied to somebody else, and then that nigga lied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they lied to us.
And it's crazy how if you ever played a game of telephone, how at the end of that shit, the word just gets so fucking fucked up.
Because somebody decide to lie. That's all it is. It's not that the word get fucked up. It's
real
that at
shit.
certain points in the game, somebody switched the word. It's not a mystery.
Damn, like, bro, this shit be so sick.
When you leave a group of people up, rarely is everybody just gonna lock in and do the right thing, folks. Somebody gonna be like, oh, what'd you say? Yellow? All right, thermostat. And then they gonna be like, thermostat?
Do you think that was
turn around and just say that shit.
But that's where I get fucked up is because, like, there had to be a first nigga to develop the trait to say, I'm gonna go against the fucking grain. Like, and then in a sense.
Right, like where you think that came from. But you think that might have been primitive at first? Like, because think about it, the first people was fighting for resources, right? Most likely. I don't know. Maybe the first people was communal. Maybe the first people was peaceful, like how animals coexist.
Well, that's where
maybe the first people was like, you know how certain animals can't be around each other. Like 2 male lions not from the same pride. They gonna
type shit
if they cross each other territory. So what if humans was like that at first? Like you might have a cave or some shit, and if a nigga come close to where you behind this smoke, or maybe niggas had communities. I don't know how long it took people to have communities.
What we're talking about is pretty much what the Adam and Eve story is. Like people take the Adam and Eve story too literal. Like they think it's just these two people, where it's like it's more so like an algorithm where they're talking about more of like a civilization of people, where it's like Eve started doing wrong, and that's where people started doing wrong, and then they were punished for it, and then like their kids, like it starts talking about like how humans were coexisting with animals. Someone did some shit they weren't supposed to do.
Right.
They were exiled out of the garden. So they no longer could coexist with the animals. Like that was their punishment, right? So something went wrong. Right. Someone got curious. And then they had their kids, Cain and Abel. They smoked one, smoked the other. Then that's where the Bible's telling you humans started to kill each other. So the Bible's a big ass history book, but it's got to be summed up to a small, like we're talking a long time.
One generation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of just it's telling like a story of like how humanity was like good, then it started turning a little south. It's literally from the beginning of fucking time. It's been telling niggas this shit for the longest, at least what we can recollect. So we kind of got like, you feel me? It's been there. It's been there. We've been living the same shit over and over again. Man, Joey, I appreciate you coming through the session, man. This shit has been a very eye-opening conversation. This has been great. Niggas getting that clarity.
Make sure you get your LLC. Make sure you eat your sea moss, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta start drop shipping, you know what I mean?
Hey, look, man, y'all gotta soak up all this knowledge, bro. Just drop, because this shit is real gems.
Financial literacy.
Financial literacy, financial freedom. Gotta get you an LLC, take that $2,000 you make with that and flip it. Man. God damn, man. It's been a great time. Social session, man. Joey Purps. We got Simeon in the building. Thank you guys. We signing out.